Welcome to Armand Academy. Like and subscribe for more content and drop your doubts in the comments. Share with your friends and classmates. For private tuition in these subjects across all boards and universities, contact me here or the link in the description. Let's get started. Find the find the positive value of k for which the equations x square plus kx plus 64 is equal to 0 and x square minus 8x plus k is equal to 0, which will have real roots. Now, the moment they tell us real roots, we will use the discriminant formula. All right, so first of all, both equations are in the format ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, and in our first equation, we've been given x square plus kx plus 64, and that means a is going to be 1, b is equal to k, and c is equal to 64. In the next one, we have x square minus 8x plus k. And that means, again, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 8, and c is equal to k. Now, because they've said real roots, we use what is called the discriminant. The discriminant, okay, which is the b square minus 4ac, which you find under root in the quadratic equation formula. So the discriminant, which we call d, okay, the equation is b square minus 4ac. Okay, and remember, this is what we normally put under roots, and for it to come out of the root, it has to be a positive number. That means it has to be more than or equal to 0, right? And we will start with equation 1, with equation 1, and for that, we have b square. What do we have as b? B is k. So k square minus 4 into a, which is 1, into c, which is 64, which is more than or equal to 0. Now, k square we can write as it is. 4 into 64 is 256. Please check on the calculator so you do not go wrong. Now, this 256 over here is subtraction, it goes on the other side, it becomes addition. Okay, so I'm going to end up with k square is more than or equal to 256. And now I take the square root on both the sides. So k is more than or equal to, and you're allowed square root, by the way. All right, so I can write 256 square root and I get myself 16. Okay, so I've been able to get more than or equal to 16 in equation 1. Now let me see what happens in the case of equation 2. Right, and in the case of equation 2 again, we have b square minus 4ac is more than or equal to 0. Okay, is more than or equal to 0. And this time around, a is 1, b is minus 8, c is k. So b is minus 8. B is minus 8. So minus 8 square minus 4 in bracket a, which is 1, and c, which is k. 1 and k, which is more than or equal to 0. Which is more than or equal to 0. And now 8 minus 8 square will give me a plus 64. Okay, and then we have minus 4 into 1, which is minus 4 into k is minus 4k is more than or equal to 0. This time minus 4k is subtraction, goes that side, it becomes addition. I get 64 is more than or equal to 4k. And I'm rearranging this so that I have 4k on this side and I'll have to say it is less than or equal to 64. Okay, and that means k is equal to, sorry, less than or equal to 64 upon 4. And that means k is less than or equal to, okay, 64 upon 4 gives us 16. Okay, so I have less than or equal to 16 over here. I have more than or equal to 16 over here. Right, and the only number for k which is both more than or equal to 16, okay, and less than or equal to 16 is the number 16, and therefore our answer is B. Any doubts, feel free to ask.